Today we had this rule, NSCC, the 002 rule that was supposed to be in effect. Okay, I know it mentions here that the effective date will be June 21st, which was supposed to be, I mean, this was yesterday, Wednesday, but there is another kind of, clerical process that required apparently, the federal journal to be updated with this rule before it goes into effect. But seems like today it was fully into effect, but how come the share price still didn't move to where we wanted it to move? Well, some people are saying that it's because the SEC didn't get involved, all right? So this is a rule pushed by the NSCC, which ultimately also, boils down to the whole federal agencies monitoring the markets. But keep in mind that this is a clearinghouse. So it might be true that, well, the SEC needs to kind of, weigh in order for this rule to be effectively respected or, observed. Well, the thing is, I don't really buy into it because every single agency is independent, all right? So if this rule wasn't fully, didn't have the weight it was supposed to be, and if everything from the DTCC and the NSCC needs to be pushed, or weighed in by the SEC, well, why don't just everything just went to the SEC directly? Okay, why have these separate agencies? So I don't really buy into that. Now the other thing is, well, guys, we knew, and this is something not predicted, but I mentioned last weekend that we shouldn't really, put dates on some of the things, just because, first of all, hedges and Citadel in particular, they're using high technology. They're using tools that you don't even know can exist in order to manipulate the share price. Okay, so they might as well have time to really find a way to work around this thing. I'm not saying they did, but I'm saying I would not be surprised if they came up with something in order to, go around this new rule. But you also keep in mind that usually new rules, you wouldn't have the effects of, fresh rules like this, especially the very first day. So I will give it a couple of days, okay? I will give it a couple of days, maybe a week or so, before we can actually see how it is impacting this thing. I know it says immediate effectively, but again, guys, we don't have all we can do is just read at the filings, make our due diligence, analyze and everything. But there are things that you can control, and this is one of those things. But to say we just need to be patient, all right? We just need to be patient. It will have its effect. It will come, all right? It will come. It will have its effects. And when it does, you will see. But as of now, you can't really say, you can't really tell how much impact and how exactly it will impact the share price. So again, guys, as always, I'm expecting for the best, but also I'm preparing for the worst. And in this case, I'm still neutral because, again, guys, patience.